Okay, this is what I've done so far since I've been here. So if any motherfucker comes up in here and tries to accuse me of trespassing, I'll just say bullshit. I was ordered to move from here, and that's what I'm fucking doing. And then I had to come back and fucking get the shit that I locked. Now, you can clearly see that the tent's been taken down because a video picture I just took about a half hour, 40 minutes ago, showed it erected with all the black weatherization seats on top of it. The tent is now gone. The tent is now down. It's over there airing out. And the only reason why I haven't bagged it up yet is because it's airing out while I get the other stuff prepared. Now, I'm even going as far as making sure that all the garbage is at least contained in one spot. Since this was a retaliation arrest and ticket, a lot of people would just say, fuck you, I don't give a shit how this shit looks when I leave here. At least I'm being civil about it, okay? The point being, they'll probably say, look at Mrs. Williams' attitude. She's fucking trespassing on people's property when she shouldn't be. And now she's talking about how generous she is in reference to not leaving no trash behind. Really, you criminal motherfuckers in the system. I'm fucking homeless because of your criminal asses being a syndicate organized crime in the system that created the homelessness. It's called the United States Postal Service. Mail theft and mail delayment, gang stalking. Google it. Okay, Google it, motherfuckers. Google it. It's all over the internet that postal workers are involved in gang stalking. Why is there a book out right now titled Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office? Hold on. Written by Jewel Cran, who's a postal worker who's being gang stalked by her supervisors and her fellow employees. Hold on. Now, if gang stalking wasn't happening in the post office, why is there a fucking book written by a postal worker talking about how she's being gang stalked at the post office? Huh, you criminal motherfuckers? Okay. That's how they made me homeless. They stole my rent that was mailed, certified mail, return receipt. That's right. That's right. Go to Google and type in how they create homelessness of gang stalking targets. Just Google it and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. Now, alright, so this is just my way of saying that, look, I can only carry so much shit on my bike. Okay, and you know what? I got video evidence proving that I was moving 2 days before they came back up in here and arrested me on November 10th, 2014. I have videos online showing that I at least published 3 videos within 2 weeks before they came up in here and arrested me, literally showing full big gigantic duffel bags filled with property, packed with property, and me stating I'm getting ready to move and that I'm moving this shit today, and let's see if anybody harasses me along my routes in reference to where I'm taking the property at. I just printed a printout of one of the videos 2 days ago. It was either yesterday or the day before. It was either yesterday or the time before that I went to the law library, which was 2 days before that. Okay, I literally printed out a video that was made on November 7th, literally showing me with packed up duffel bags, proving that I was fucking moving. So what they fucking did was, and you know what, check this out. Now that memory serves me, I'm literally remembering it as I'm speaking. I literally made a video and audio files stating that these motherfuckers, see, they knew how I was hiding my property at this area. They knew it. In fact, let me just show you, because I don't have to worry about it no more because I'm moving. Let me get my gloves on. I'm going to tell you something, okay? You can go to Google right now and type in gang stalking and how they will enter targets' apartments and rearrange furniture, refold clothes, poison food. Let me show you something. You see this right here? Look at what you see. You see just the ground, right? Alright, so check this out. What do we got here? We got a big ass hole is what we got. Okay? Big ass hole. Now this is where I was hiding my property when I was living here on at least 7 separate occasions that spanned anywhere between a year apart. What I was doing was, when I would come home, when I would leave for the day, I would take my sleeping bags out of the tent and put them in a 55-gallon industrial-sized black bag. I would put my sleeping bags in it, my pajamas, my flashlights, and any other thing that I did not want stolen, because they were placing people up on the sidewalk to say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? So what I did was I created these security provisions in order to secure the property. I came home on at least 7 different occasions throughout a 1.5-year time period, and what they did was they went inside the black bag and rearranged, because the black bag, what was put inside of it, let me show you. See, it was a big, gigantic 55-gallon industrial-sized bag, like this one, okay? Okay? Now, they're also used for weatherization sheets to cover up the tent. See this blue bag right here? Every morning, I would get up, I would put my sleeping bags inside this bag right here, and then I would put the pajamas and the flashlights in another small black bag. I would then put the blue bag, okay, inside the 55-gallon industrial-sized black bag, and then put the other black bag on top of that, and then place it in the hole, cover it up. Then I would come home on at least 7 different occasions, and the blue bag would be on top, and the little black bag would be on the bottom. And they would also refold the clothes in ways that I would never even dream of folding them. One time, they literally folded my clothes up into weird types of knots. One time it took me 20 minutes just to get one of my shirts unknotted. This was their clever, covert way to let me know that they knew where my property was, and that was done in order to reinforce the fear that was being anchored in my mind as a result of the threats that were being generated from the assholes they were placing up on the road. Now you see this road up here? This road up here, where when I was camping here, that's a road right there, and there's a bike lane. Okay, I made videos about it. You can go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Professional Bicyclist Gang Stalking Her." Hold on a second. Let me put the camera down for a second. I gotta get out my phone. Okay. Now there's a point to all this, and I'm going to state it in a minute as soon as I can get this phone turned on. Now what they were doing, what I did was I made video files and at least audio files on running and recording tape recorders. I'm even recording my statements I'm making right now. Do you see this tape recorder? And I also got one of the same make and model that should be recording in my pocket right now. Now just bear with me for a second. Let me readjust the tape recorder in my pouch. Hold on. On August 27, 2014, 2 skanked out, filthy, sewer rat-ass whores, UCSD cops came here and gave me a ticket to move. On the ticket, the original court date was October 22nd, 2014. The day I went down there to find out what courtroom I got to go to and everything, they told me that the court date was moved from October 22nd, 2014 to December 1st, 2014. As I was in the Hall of Justice, gang stalking, oh my God, was caught again on digital running recording tape recorders. Now I don't know if the San Diego police have erased those because they came down up in here on November 9th and arrested me for still being here. Hold on a second. With UCSD police. Now I'm all over the internet exposing UCSD and SDPD. Now, as soon as I bring up this Instagram video, Instagram, which is like it's a special way to communicate online, just like Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. And what you can basically do is send an instant message. That's why it's called Instagram. And we're going to see if this doesn't come up. Now, listen closely to what I'm saying here. I've already shown you and talked to you about how they intentionally let me know. See, what they would do was wait until I left for the day after I put my property in the hole, covered it back up so it wouldn't be stolen. Okay. What they would do would then come down here while I was gone during that day, and like, check this out. Look at what this is. Look at what this says. This says someone tried to snoop on Instagram. That's my CM security telling me right now that someone has tried to. I'm gonna press save right now. Okay, so I'm saving that. That's the fourth time, and that's the fourth time I've gotten an Instagram message like that. CM Security, which is an online security application I uploaded on my phone. Check this out. They're putting some type of I don't know if it's pornography or what on my Twitter channel. Okay, I've had to erase CM Security right now, which is an application on my phone, has notified me 3 times now, maybe 4, that adult content is being put on my phone. It's also being put on my Twitter account. That's right. Now, alright, so check this out. So, I hide my property here every day when I get outside my tent, when I was living here. That's what I'm showing to you. Now, I've already stated to you what they were doing in order to send me an overt mental message that they know where the property's at, by going into the property and rearranging it, refolding clothes up in different ways, which is a gang stalking method. Just go to Google and Google it, and you will literally see that method is all over the internet. Now, the reason why they did that was to reinforce the fear, because they were placing people up on the sidewalk to say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? This is done to anchor fear that the property would be stolen, and or that the cops would be called and I'd be arrested or given a ticket. Now, I was making videos about this practically every single day throughout the entire year of 2013 and uploading them. All you got to do is go to Google or YouTube and type in learning disabled woman being gang stalked in a hiking area. Learning disabled woman makes hiking area predictions. And when you go to these YouTube videos, make sure you go into the channels of these YouTube videos. That way you can, because I got multiple different YouTube channels, that way you can see as many of the hiking area predictions that I was making throughout the entire year 2013. Now, so basically the threats were done to anchor the fear that the property would be stolen and or that the police would be called, and they wanted to make sure that the threat was anchored to be associated mentally to gang stalking. That's why they were saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? And I was making a video about it every single day. Every single day. Now, as I was making these videos, I was also stating in these videos that they had propped up some homeless bums to hike out about 100 feet away who were constantly yelling the same shit. Gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird, suck my you know what. And then what they would do, once they knew that was heard by me, because they intentionally wanted me to hear it, they would then have the same individuals walk by back and forth, going back from and to their area. Okay, you with me so far? So far I've stated that they intentionally anchored the fear that the property would be stolen to gang stalking. Hang on. By intentionally saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? They would also intentionally anchor fear that the police would be called because of gang stalking by saying, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Now, when I was making all these videos, I also stated that on 2 separate occasions at UCSD Price Center that 2 students walked by me on 2 separate occasions and said, gang stalk, why don't you come and go and steal her stuff? Instead of saying, here they were saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? At UCSD, they propped up 2 students to walk by me on 2 separate dates saying, gang stalk, why don't you go and steal her stuff? This was done to make me anxious. I better get home or my property will be stolen. And they wanted to make sure that I heard it along with gang stalk being said. That way I would know that all this mental harassment was because of gang stalking. It's called dark neurolinguistic programming techniques. Google it and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. So what they did was they first anchored the fear here by saying the threats while they're saying gang stalk. Then on subsequent dates in between, in order to keep the fear alive, they did it 7 different times. They would go into the hole and refold up my clothes and reorientate the bags. Like the blue bag would go in the bottom of the 55-gallon industrial size bag, and then the small lighter weight black bag would go on top of it. Both the blue bag and the blue bag would go on the bottom. The cheaper type black bag would go on top, and then both bags would be placed inside the 55-gallon industrial size bag, and then they would be placed in the hole, and then the cover would go back on top of it. I would come home, and they did this to keep the fear alive all year long by doing it incrementally throughout the year, 7 different times. That was done to keep the fear alive and constant. Am I going to come home today and my property be stolen? Because it was their intentional way to let me know that they know where the property's hidden at by doing that. Because they had to know where it was hidden at in order to go inside of it to do it. Now this was done first, so the propping up the assholes up there to say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? That was done to anchor the fear. Coming down and refolding my property in an area where it's hidden at was done to reinforce the fear. It's called classically conditioning, okay, fear. Using dark neurolinguistic programming techniques, the verbal threats, while associated to gang stalking, okay, and then doing the physical act when I wasn't here, so I would notice that they reorientated it when I came home to get the property out and to unbag it. Now, I made videos about this every single day throughout the entire year 2013, all the way up until about the first week of December, because that's when I started thinking, I gotta move the hell out of here. I just couldn't take it anymore. Okay, so check this out. This event that you're about ready to hear right now took place on a sidewalk right across the street, 70 feet up the street, and one of the men that played a role in it is directly connected to the assholes that they had set up to camp out 100 feet away, because he walked by my tent at least, he walked by my area here at least twice a week. And he called me bitch out up on the sidewalk on my way to Rouse and at Rouse, where gang stalking, oh my god, has been called at Rouse as well. Listen to this. I want you to listen to this. Oh, let me turn it up. I gotta turn it up. Alright, now when I first started it, the volume was turned all the way down, so I'm going to play it again. Listen. Gang is stalking, I'll fuck you up. Now that's them threatening me as they're saying gang stalk right across the street 70 feet up the sidewalk. Okay? By an individual that was directly connected to this area. Now that little filthy red ass whore came back down up in here. They moved out in, let's see, they moved out in, if memory serves me correctly, they started moving out in January of 2014. Then they would periodically come back up in here and get property that they had left behind, just like I'm doing now. Okay? So what he did was he walked back. So what he did was he walked back up through here in April of 2014 with a friend, and I heard him up on the sidewalk. So I got outside of my tent and turned on my track phone, which is a different phone, okay? And I said, the Thanksgiving asshole's coming up through this way. And so as he started walking up in here with his friend, he started talking to his friend once he got about right here. And he literally told his friend, he goes, I'm sorry about this, I just got to get a few more items and we're out of here. And his dog was lagging behind, so I said, get your dog up out of here. And then he's acting all nice. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I go, get your dog up out of here. I go, do you really honestly think that I forget who you are? And then I said, he goes, what are you talking about? I go, look, asshole, I got you on my phone saying gang stalking. He goes, what are you talking about? Be nice. Is he saying be nice now? Oh, hold on. Is he saying be nice on this? Hold on. What the fuck? Gang is stalking, I'll fuck you up. So think about it this way. What's the likelihood of me making a video I made 2 videos actually every single day. One video was dedicated to proving property was here in case they came down and stole it. And then the other video was dedicated to talking about what was happening to me here. And even at UCSD. Now, so then I make a video every day throughout the entire year of 2013, and then I catch this motherfucker saying it towards me, gang is stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. Remember, I was saying that they were getting up on the sidewalk and saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal their stuff? A threat while they're saying gang stalk, and gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Another threat while they're saying gang stalk. And you just heard these motherfuckers say, gang is stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. A threat while they're saying gang stalk. And this event occurred on Thanksgiving Day, which is 1 month and 3 days before the beginning of the new year, and it happened in the year 2013 on Thanksgiving Day, right across the street on the sidewalk, 75 feet up the sidewalk. And one of the individuals was directly connected to the assholes that harassed me on a daily and nightly scale, practically every single day and night up until the time they moved from here. And guess who I saw moving when they moved out? They moved into an area about 200 feet away. Yesterday, when I was on the 150 bus going towards La Jolla, okay, I saw him and his friend. They had a rented pickup truck through U-Haul, taking all this shit up out of the area and putting it in a U-Haul pickup truck. That's right, yesterday. And yesterday's date was November 21st, 2014. Now, in order for you to be able to see a video that's got the April event in reference to him walking up in here and acting all nice verbally, denying that he played a role in gang stalking, and then saying be nice as he's denying it, I just recently made at least 3 or 4 videos showing the Thanksgiving event and then showing that April 2014 event. Okay, and I put it into one long video that's about 50 minutes long. Okay, so go to Google and type in the following: exposing police, one word. Okay, exposing police 1. It's the number 1, not O-N-E. Exposing police 1, all one word, space, YouTube channel. And then and the reason why I'm having you do that at Google is because if you type that in a YouTube search box, I don't know what you'll get. The point being is that if you go to Google and type in exposing police 1, all one word, space, YouTube channel, and then hit enter, you'll be able to bring up some YouTube videos from that YouTube channel. Then click on one of the videos and then go into and that'll take you to YouTube, and then go inside the YouTube channel. Now, a lot of videos that I've been making over the past 3, 4, 5 months have not been titled. because of this bullshit with moving. But the point being, the reason why I talked about all this is this. These little filthy red-ass whores, think about this. In these videos I made throughout the entire year 2013, I was stating that the individuals were doing it from a distance, that they set up the hike out 100 feet away, and the ones that were doing it on the sidewalk. But I also stated in these videos that two separate UC students did the same exact thing on two separate dates inside the UCSD Press Center. Now think about this. If I'm stating throughout the entire year 2013 that they're saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? And then in these videos, I'm also stating that they got two separate UCSD students to say the same exact thing. Instead of them saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? I stated that they said gang stalk, why don't you go and steal her stuff? And then I catch this motherfucking Thanksgiving event. Gang is stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. They're saying a threat while they're saying gang stalk. Now, how does anybody in their right mind honestly be able to think that I was able to make all this up and then catch this Thanksgiving event months and months and months after I made all these videos and put them all over the internet every day? Do you really think that that's bullshit? And then it was UCSD police that came here to evict me. And I gotta go to court now on December 1st. They can put me in jail for 6 months. And guess what they did when they fucking arrested me? Let me backtrack for a second. The reason why, now my battery's getting low right now, so if the video stops while I'm in the middle of talking, that's what happened. I'm sorry. So don't dismiss this video just because all of a sudden the video stops while I'm talking. The point being is this, is that these motherfuckers knew, see, I made some audio files stating that there's a great likelihood these motherfuckers are going to pull another thing. This was after August 27th when I got the ticket from UCSD police coming up in here 3 miles off fucking campus. And I'm all over the internet exposing their filthy criminal asses. I even told them to their face I'm going to sue them one day. Right to their fucking face. Listen to this. Now, and also the day before, on August 26, 2014, I was looking up lawyers on their computers in their biomedical library where I'm gang stalked on a fever scale, including by staff. They'll deny it up and down the road and call me crazy concerning it. Just listen. So, the day before they come down here and give me a ticket, I'm looking up lawyers on their computers. Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Okay, so what they wanted to do was trap me in courts with their syndicated judges. Syndicated judges are all over the fucking internet in reference to syndicated judges, lawyers, all over the internet in reference to them being directly connected to gang stalking, racketeering. Okay, so what they wanted to do was tie me up in the court and funnel me to a judge that will protect their ass before I could find a fucking lawyer. But hold on, listen. So let me backtrack and listen to this, because this ties it all in. So after they gave me the August 27, 2014 ticket, what I was doing, and which I still do, is every morning I keep a verbal log pertaining to things that have already happened to me, talking about current events, and predicting future events. I keep a log. In fact, you're supposed to do that if you're just a regular stalking victim. Now, I stated in this tape recorder that there's going to be a great likelihood that they're going to pull something up in here right before I move. And then I said, well, it was either in video files. I already know that the audio files are made, but I might have made some videos concerning it. But they were at least audio files. I said, what these motherfuckers are going to probably do, okay, to make it appear in court that I've been given more than one ticket before the December 1st court date, which was originally October 22nd. They changed it to December 1st. I said, there's a great likelihood these motherfuckers are going to pull something right before I move. That way they can say I was given more than enough time to fucking move and didn't, and now I'm being either arrested or ticketed again. And they fucking did it. And then I said to myself, well, because when I make statements like this in a tape recorder, I will then also say, well, then you might think, well, how would they know that I'm almost moved and then come down and jab me again by doing this right before I moved? That way, see, because the point I'm trying to make is this. As a result of them knowing where the property was being hit at every day, they were able to come down here and ascertain how close she is to moving, okay, by seeing how much is left. Do you understand? Do you understand? Now, so I made an audio file, at least numerous audio files, stating that there's a great likelihood these criminal motherfuckers are going to come up here and pull something again right before I move. And I said in the tape recorder that they're able to gauge how close I am to moving as a result of coming down here and seeing how much property is left to move. Okay, do you understand? And that's exactly what they did. The morning of November 9th, 2014, I made a tweet at this location. Let's see if I can bring it up, because I got it saved in my screenshots. Alright, hold on one second. I'm gonna have to get out my glasses. Hold on just 1 second. first I gotta find it. I gotta go to my screenshots. Here they are. Okay. Alright, so I'm opening up my screenshots now, and what I'm doing is I'm looking for a tweet. Just hold on. Here it is, right here. Oh, no, that's not it. Alright, hold on. It's here, trust me. I got it saved as my wallpaper. Alright, here it is. Alright, now do you see this tweet right here? Oh, actually, you might not be able to see it well because I didn't adjust this camera. This is a tweet. It says TTTTT predicting... Oh, no, that's not it. That's another one. Anyways, I made a tweet. I can prove it because I've already posted it to Twitter. Oh, here it is. Okay. It was made on... you can't see it very well, though, because I didn't adjust this camera. I didn't adjust this camera before for close-up shots before I started making this video file. But this is a tweet right here. It says November 9th. Now, this has already been put on Twitter, so go to Google and type in @, you know, like you would include in your email account, @HIGGINSGGGG, 4 G's. And then you'll be able to go to my Exposing Truth Twitter account, and then look at my Twitter history as far as my tweets go. You'll eventually find an Instagram that's got this tweet. Because what I did was, it's a screen snapshot, and then I saved it as an Instagram, which you can do. Okay, there's Instagram up in the corner right there. Okay, this is literally a snapshot of a tweet I made on November 9th. And listen to what it says. It says, TTTTT is predicting arrests, tickets, assaults, robberies, property thefts, rapes at all new and current hiking areas for next year, 11/9/14, TTTTT. 22 hours later, I was arrested at the very spot it was made at. Okay, now TTTTT is my way of concealing my identity. Now, TTTTT is also mentioned in anonymous website, UCSD website campus police contacts made by me to them about me being gang stalked on their filthy whore-ass campus. Now, think about this. This tweet was sent on November 9, 2014 at 9:13 a.m. and they came here and arrested me on November 10th around 7:30 a.m. Okay? That's not the only thing that I predicted. I predicted all 4 assaults that have happened to me. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, this is just my way of me proving to you what I'm experiencing. Now, I'm predicting right now that these little filthy red-ass whores are going to probably try and put me in jail at December 1st. They know I'm asking for a trial because I've already called the public defender's office and told them I'm going to be requesting a trial. And I've tweeted about it and YouTubed about it. Now, they're not going to want a trial because they know I got all this audio evidence from my tape recorder. 900 audio files of individuals getting around me and saying gang stalk, oh my god, on a daily basis. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes flat out evidence of gang stalking. Learning Disabled Woman catches gang stalking. In fact, go to Google right now and type in this. UCSD and Law Library, are they networking gang stalking? Now that blog has already been hacked by them. They're posting bullshit in it. I've already taken it out and they re-put it back in, so just ignore that. But what that blog has got is it's got at least 90 videos in it of the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me every day, everywhere I go, and UCSD is all over it. So is the San Diego Police Department headquarters. Same method caught there. Same method caught at the San Diego City Council meeting chambers on the day Filner resigned, and Jan Goldsmith was standing 30 feet in front of me as it was occurring, and his skanky ass office is the office that's prosecuting me for this illegal lodging ticket, even though right in front of his building right now where his office is at, the Civic Center Plaza, I was there yesterday. I was there fucking yesterday. Guess how many people, homeless people, are sitting with all their belongings right in front of the very fucking building, right where the front door is. Every day, just go down there. Go down there and walk by the San Diego Courthouse and the San Diego Hall of Justice. Numerous homeless people with all their belongings literally sitting right in front of it and even right behind it, camping there all day long, every day, including in front of Jan Goldsmith's office, right in front of his fucking office building. I mean, right in front of it, every day, all day long. I'm talking about at least 10 to 15 sets of homeless people with all their belongings right in front of these buildings, in the very fucking buildings they're prosecuting me at for illegal lodging. Yeah. And I got the tickets from the very motherfuckers that I'm whistleblowing about all over the internet. All over the internet. Just go to Google and YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman, gang stalked at UCSD, Learning Disabled Woman, gang stalked at SDPD HDQ. Do you really think that that's an accident, that a person's got 900 audio files of individuals getting around them everywhere they go, every single day, and the tape recorder picking up gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird? Do you really think that people being around me every day repeating these things is an accident? I don't think so. It's propped up and being put up around me along all my routes in order to mentally remind me that I'm a victim of this crime. So, I'm predicting right now, and you know what? Oh, in closing, when they took me to the detention center on November 9th, when they took me from here to San Diego Police Department headquarters, where they checked in my backpack and a couple other items, but then they allowed me to keep my money and my phone on me. All right, so then when they take me to the detention center where they took me to until they held me until the 13th, when they took me to the courthouse where I was assaulted at in a jail cell, that was predicted 2 weeks before because I was making prediction tweets about what might happen pertaining to the August 27th ticket, pertaining to if they put me in jail because of that, there's a great likelihood I'll be assaulted in jails because I was talking about how gang stalking will occur towards a target on psychiatric floors and in jails. Google that. So, and I was assaulted in the courthouse jail while I'm waiting to fucking be seen by a lawyer who railroaded this shit out of me. But just listen to this. So the point being is that they're not going to want me to have a trial because they know I got all this fucking evidence. And I haven't even filtered through my shit to see what evidence they've stolen. But anyways, the San Diego Police Department, they took me in a van to a fucking detention center way out in fucking Santa Ana or some shit. And right when we got there, and that San Diego police officer gets out of the van, he opens up the back door to let me out. He tries to get me to sign a paper that has to do with your money. Okay, you could see where it said bills here, change, you know, coins here, little spaces that you fill in pertaining to how much money you got on you. He wanted me to sign a fucking blank form. I said, no, I'm not going to. He goes, well, then I'm going to give you another ticket for impeding an investigation. I go, go right the fuck on. I didn't say it that way. I said, go right ahead. I go, do you really expect me to sign a blank piece of paper that's got to do with how much money I got on me right now, which was $1,250 in cash and an American Express gift card, which hadn't been used yet. I go, do you really expect me to sign a blank piece of paper? So why the fuck was a skanky motherfucker who I told inside the detention center that I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video? Go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Look at everything in the description of that YouTube video, then go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes and or explains how MTS assault video is altered. Why didn't you take a police report concerning that? They're going to railroad me. They're going to put me in jail before this trial starts, or what they're going to do is they're going to let me post bail, whether it be $100, $200, whatever. And then what they're going to do is arrest me before the trial date. That way they can say she was caught again for illegal lodging. Miss Williams is not, she's breaking the law constantly about the same thing. She's experiencing chronic homelessness. She's mentally ill because she thinks she's being stalked by people she don't know. Total bullshit, okay? And because this is all done for illegal syndicated probate control. It's the reason why they make you homeless to begin with. It's racketeering. And Jan Goldsmith is all over the internet right now. Go to Google and type in the California Family, the California Family Association. Okay, Jan Goldsmith racketeering. He's being sued right now by the California Family Coalition for racketeering schemes when it comes to, he's being implicated in it, when it comes to the divorce and child custody system. When it comes to like a divorce and child custody, the court system that takes care of that, that family coalition is exposing organized crime in the system when it comes to racketeering. And Jan Goldsmith got included in that lawsuit. Just so go to Google and type in Jan Goldsmith, San Diego prosecutor, California Family Coalition, okay, lawsuit, and you'll find it. His little skanky asses. And I've been saying it all along throughout the entire year 2012 and 13 that this shit is directly connected to racketeering. They make you homeless, claim you're mentally ill because you think you're being stalked, okay, and then call you delusional because you claim you're being stalked, which you actually are, okay, and then they say, we better take syndicated probate control of this woman because she's crazy. She's being assaulted because she's living in a canyon, assaulted by people they're bringing down up in here to assault me intentionally, okay, yeah, see, because the police know why they're called. Do you honestly think the police don't know that women don't call them when they're assaulted or raped or robbed? Of course they do. So what they do is they say, okay, well, we got to get the police reports to show where she's living at. So what we'll do is, since we know where she's living at, we'll stage assaults. And then that will psychologically motivate her to call the police. The police come out, they won't make a police report about you being gang stalked, but they'll happily make a police report about your living situation and call you mentally ill by saying, Miss Williams can take care of herself because she's homeless. She's living in a canyon where she's being assaulted. Therefore, she's not making healthy, appropriate decisions to take care of herself because she's been living in a canyon and being assaulted by homeless men. Okay, therefore, we better take syndicated probate control of her to keep her safe. And guess what happens to the women that are put in these organized crime syndicated run group homes once they get the syndicated probate control. Rape. Go to YouTube and Google and type in stalked, drugged, and raped. Is it happening here in San Antonio? Those 2 women are gang stalking victims who were raped in their own homes as a result of these filthy motherfuckers invading their homes, drugging their food, waiting till the drug took effect, and then coming back and raping them and taping it. And the testimony those 2 women gave, a section of each one of those 2 women's testimony that they gave, I had already had online in email files pertaining to techniques that were happening to me in Michigan, to an identical T. The first one said that they entered her home and turned on all the lights. I got email files showing that I stated the same thing happening to me in Michigan back in 2006, and then in another 2006 email, I stated that they entered my home, took something out of my backpack, and then returned it at a later date. The second woman in that news broadcast talked about how her jewelry was stolen and then replaced later. That news broadcast didn't take place until 2010. I already got these emails printed out and saved in my email accounts that go all the way back to 2006. That's right. See, these filthy motherfuckers are doing this shit in order to entrap me in these group homes through illegal syndicated probate control by trying to claim I'm delusional and or a threat to myself or others and or mentally ill to get the syndicated probate control in order to continue the campaign in an isolated home they control. Racketeering, ladies and gentlemen, insurance fraud, and human trafficking. Now, so just go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Criminal Motivations of Gang Stalking, and you'll be able to understand every entire aspect of why they're targeting me to begin with, why they created the homelessness to begin with. Okay? Why do you think that they came down here to arrest me, to fucking trap me in court for an illegal lodging ticket a day after I'm looking up lawyers? On the very fucking computers in the very fucking library and being gang stalked at on favor scale, UCSD. Okay? It's racketeering. And if you don't think that gang stalking is not going on university campuses, Google it. If you don't think gang stalking is not going on with police, Google it. If you don't think gang stalking is not going on in the courts, judges, prosecutors, lawyers, Google it. It's fucking organized crime in the system. And they're making innocent people homeless in order to be able to bring about these incremental implemented schemes for the probate control for racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking. So make sure you look at that YouTube video, Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Criminal Motivations of Gang Stalking. Alright, and they will also get neighbors involved in this bullshit. And what neighbors are up on the hill over here? Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll see that gang stalking victim flat out talking about his neighbors. You understand what I'm telling you? They will get anybody and use anybody based on the techniques that they use to dupe people to use them against the target. And to give you a preliminary introduction in reference to how easy it is to dupe anybody to do anything for them based on lies, go to YouTube and type in Listen to a Stranger. I'm in San Diego, California. Remember, go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. I gotta go. Please say a prayer for me. Now, we're gonna see if they steal my money, my IDs, my social security card, my license, my food stamp card, if they put me in jail until the trial. And this court date is December 1st, 2014 at 12:30 p.m. inside the San Diego Superior Courthouse. Thank you for listening, and please say a prayer for my safety. Have a nice day.